Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Borderlands 2. So we're about to begin the end of the game, or get really close to the end of the main story of the game. This is the culmination of Borderlands 2 getting serious, when I really would have preferred it didn't. Where you're going into where Angel is and where the vault key is, and we're going to try and steal the vault key to stop Handsome Jack from summoning, I believe it's called the Warrior, or that was maybe the monster in the first game. And Roland is coming to fight with me, but Firehawk is not supposed to come, remember, because Angel specifically said don't come, and I don't think Slab or Mordecai are coming. Mordecai is back at Sanctuary protecting it, and I think Brick/Slab is kind of not doing anything. He's coordinating somewhere, I'm sure.
Preparing bioscan. Please stand on the Hyperion emblem.
So remember, I got the watch that makes me look like Handsome Jack and sound like Handsome Jack.
Biosignature confirmed. Hello, sexy. Awaiting password.
The password is, I love you.
That voice modulator had better work, or this will all be for nothing.
So the assassin guy is going to say the password.
I love you.
And it's going to be in Handsome Jack's voice.
Access granted.
Consider this your final warning. No, consider this my final warning. Turn around and I promise I'll make it quick. But I swear, you take one more step, every soul back in Sanctuary will die staring at their own lungs as I rip them from their chests.
Remember, Handsome Jack thinks he's the hero. So I guess this would be to call the elevator, if for some weird reason the elevator wasn't here. I guess because it's a 4-player game, there is that chance that one player would run ahead and cause that. There is a Curse of the Vault symbol somewhere around here. I'm not going to bother trying to look for it. And down we go.
Alone could never charge the vault key. It needs a catalyst, something to awaken its power. It needs a siren. Jack acquired his siren catalyst a long time ago. He kept her hidden from the world for years, but finally, you will be able to set her free.
Now look at how Angel looks in that video. That's a live-action actress. I'm not sure that there should be another Angel in the third game. I'm actually fairly certain that there shouldn't be.
I detect you're getting close.
But
Hurry
just
and
look
reach
at
me.
her
You
face,
must get the vault key and
how it's
deal with me.
pure white and long hair and just slightly glowing red eyes. Because that's going to, slightly spoiling here, be a vast difference of what you see. Also, I will just throw out as a fact that will make more sense later. There's only supposed to be like 8 sirens in the world, and Maya is a siren, the Firehawk is a siren, and so a lot of them apparently we've already met. It's 8 sirens in the whole universe, or the universe explodes, and yet they all got called to Pandora, or a lot of them did. Control Core Angel, let's go. Odd that we're traveling again. It definitely feels like this would have been a easy enough to have connected to the bunker area. I don't even remember this part. I think you spend so little here. I don't think there's any enemies to fight or anything. We're really just going into a cutscene. And that's kind of it. Well, there is that respawn. Take note that there is a respawn station here. We never really got an understanding of how respawning works, but in general, the assumption was everybody respawned. At least that's what I got from the first game. The Psychos respawned, and as long as they had money in their pocket that the Hyperion machines would take, people would respawn, and there basically was no death at all on Pandora. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe Angel in the first and second game has programmed it specifically so that you respawn. But that comes into question, certainly, here in a second, of just how the system works.
Phase shift. The key is here, but to truly stop Jack from waking the warrior, you cannot just steal the vault key. You must destroy his catalyst. You must
Blue
destroy
eyes.
Me.
Now
Jack
look
spent
what she
years
looks
pumping
like.
me full of iridium, using me to charge his key and manipulate his enemies.
Siren
Destroying the
tattoos,
iridium injectors that keep
necklace,
me alive.
angel
will stop
wings,
the key from charging, and it will end a lifetime of servitude.
different hairstyle.
You get the hell away from my door!
So,
What the hell are you doing? Angel!
Stopping you, you piece of...
Language?
so he told her not to watch her language before. So it's Handsome Jack's own daughter.
Yes, just like that.
No, you don't! Shields up!
Like that didn't
No, I'll try to
do any
disable the
damage.
injectors. Just hold on.
Bandit, if you keep this up, I'm heading down there to blow your brains out myself! You hear me?
He's lying. The coward would never face you in person.
So we're in a fight in which we're killing Angel. And we're fighting angelic guards. Definitely not using that gun. The grenade seems like it will not hit them. So the bunker tried to get away from fighting on a round platform boss fight. In this case, that's exactly all we're getting is just a round platform boss fight.
Stop Jack's defenses. Be careful. I'll help you however I can.
Let's see. We're getting hit by... So she can phase in weapons, which is cool. Not that I'm probably going to be in a terrible position. At a certain point, I think she'll probably run out of things to where she could phase in more ammo. It's kind of a laid-back fight, and I want to point out that I did complain about this game in the first, in the main sections, the early sections of not having boss fights, so I guess it's slightly nice that they've tried to improve upon that. These aren't switches or anything, so the room is just going to get more and more full.
Up here! Need a hand?
We've got a bridge and Roland.
I need you to lower the shields around my iridium injectors.
Did I miss something? Or is Angel a siren?
I meant now, Roland.
So Roland's coming to destroy the shields around the iridium ejectors that are injecting iridium. One would hope that the iridium that I was selling and collecting didn't end up in these injectors somehow. Like, apparently these things are opening themselves too. See, and there's these pieces of the key he's forcing her to use. He's using her as a catalyst. Roland seems like he's in absolutely no danger whatsoever. This is a pretty easy fight. I don't know if maybe this fight would get more difficult at a certain point. So that's one. And she's feeling pain. I'm out of guns. I'm out of bullets for my rocket launcher, so we're gonna have to go a little bit more. And here we have Roland in a slightly different outfit. Slightly. I guess I can talk to him, but he doesn't say anything. She's spawning in more bullets. I'm just throwing all of these guys. So if that's Roland, then, and there are 3 more, I guess, then what we're gonna run into is probably Slab/Brick coming on another platform to help us along, because this really has been getting the band back together as far as a journey. Can't even see the guy. There he is. That should be close to enough. Seems like some of these are just despawning. So what's he doing? He's climbing. How come he can climb? Why can't I climb? So I guess it's not Slab that's coming, it's just Roland is gonna climb up. Meanwhile, there's kinda nothing to do.
This is my vow. Every friend, every child, every person you've ever passed on the street, I'm gonna kill them all. And follow
It's interesting that Jack is on these screens instead of talking to you directly like he has been for the rest of the game. Now, if I die right now, do I have to restart this kind of final boss fight? We really could have used a boss fight like this earlier in the game. I don't know how you fit that into a storyline, but there's definitely a difference in this fight versus, say, fighting the sheriff in Lynchwood, who was kind of a know-nothing. Alright, so there we just saw one of the supply crates disappear. Get some health, pick up some things. I don't think we go anywhere or do anything until we've killed every enemy. So, Angels definitely wants to die. But it is a slightly interesting story, I guess, had it been implemented and written better. You have Tiny Tina, the child who should have never been allowed on Pandora, and how her family got killed and everything went bad for her. And then you have this opposite story in which Handsome Jack brings his daughter to Pandora to not really protect her, but to use her.
Hit the injector now!
Right, where is the injector?
Damn it! Now I can't reach the last injector. I don't know what.
How you doing?
And here's Lilith.
Yeah, and I didn't listen.
And she's phase walking. So Roland maybe is shooting at some people. Maybe he's just pretending like he's shooting. And Lilith's over here fighting some people. So there could be potentially 6 AIs running through some scripts here. You have Lilith fighting, Roland fighting, and 4 actual players. I guess the 4 actual players don't qualify as AIs. But there could be a lot of people running around, certainly.
I've gotcha.
So they teleport up there. Meanwhile, and it seems like these guys don't really die until they're fully spawned. There's a ton of dead bodies. I'm starting to see why they would have wanted to isolate this area. Just to not have so much memory used. But there certainly are other ways to go about doing that nowadays. You could have, once you walked through the doorway, unloaded or most of the rest of the map, and had just a long hallway between this fighting section and the rest of the game and the rest of the world, the open world. I'm out of ammo.
Please don't kill my baby girl.
You have to find something better. I'm running out of bullets. Here, we'll try and no-scope some enemies. And so you kind of want to believe them.
I got the shield down! Hit the injector!
Like, you kind of want to believe him and think that Jack is somehow going to be a good guy. But the story really never plays that way.
It's finally done.
We freed her.
Angel, you can stop this. I'll still forgive you, baby.
Unfortunately, you don't put your gun down for cutscene.
You're an asshole.
Angel! No, Angel!
So, she dies.
Do this to their own daughter.
The kind of guy who deserves to die.
So, steal the vault key, we turn that in. Like, there's probably some bullets somewhere I could pick up too. So, if Angel's dead, then you kind of know he's just not coming back to the main game. She might have been in the pre-sequel. And is it really worth it to come over here and pick up that money? No. Let's talk to Roland. Angel's dead and the Crimson Raiders are in possession of the vault key. It's time to take down Handsome Jack. Turn into Roland. We get some experience and a insignificantly small amount of money. Chapter 15, where angels feel the trend. Some of the cutscenes in-game would have been better if they were
Jack just lost
like
his
this.
only way to awaken the warrior. We got the vault key, but this isn't over yet. We gotta find Jack and take him out. Lilith, take the vault key to Tannis. I'm going after Jack.
Son.
You bastard! I'm gonna...
Language. What's that saying? Don't pick a fight with a man with nothing left to lose. See, I'm gonna show you just how much you have to lose.
Very
and I got the
echoey.
most powerful Siren on the planet to do it with. Lilith, kill the Vault Hunter. We've got a date to keep with the warrior. Do it, Lilith.
What happened? What the hell just happened? First Bloodwing, now this? Vault Hunter, find me a sanctuary. We gotta get Lilith back.
And she teleported me somewhere. I don't know where. So we have to take a moment, and this is what killed my enjoyment of this game. Why did Roland die there? Why is anybody on Pandora afraid of being shot and killed when there's respawn stations all over the place? Like, unless it was very specifically the fact that Angel was causing people to respawn. And every single respawn was being controlled directly by Angel. Roland should have just respawned. Really, they killed Roland for one of two reasons. Either the voice actor didn't want to be in Borderlands 3, which I don't know if he's in the Borderlands the pre-sequel or not, or they just wanted this game to be a lot more serious. And they continue from this point. This was them building up to this game being a lot more serious than it should be at that point. Now, if you were to believe that Angel was directly in control of every single respawn and she had to prove everyone, then why do I respawn from this point on in the game? Why don't I just die? Why isn't it just game over? Why don't I have to save scum like any other game? The fact that they put the respawning element as a part of the main game and it gets explained as part of the world instead of most games which just say you respawn because it's a video game because of that. Bioshock also, the original Bioshock, had a slight issue with that too, where only the main character was able to respawn, yet there was a massive amount of respawn stations throughout all of Rapture, and that has to get explained away in storyline later on. This kind of never gets explained to any satisfactory way. For a catch-up, I guess you could maybe argue that maybe Handsome Jack has a very special gun that will cause people to not respawn. But if that is the case, then why is he telling Lilith to kill me, and why does he think that that would matter? Yeah, the whole thing falls apart. This is Marcus's munition storeroom, so it is kind of a secret army of General Knox area. We can look at some guns, most of which don't, I think, matter. Roland is a character, I guess, the most obvious one to have killed. Where Mordecai and Slab and Salvador and the assassin all seem like they're pretty different personalities and characters. Axton is a soldier, Roland is a soldier, and the soldier stereotype is so boring, frankly, that you don't need two soldier stereotypes. at all. You have these things. I don't know if I've seen those in any other part of the world. And we're certainly not getting any music. It's supposed to be silent and somber. And Slab really didn't play any role in that fight. And Mordecai was left behind. Everybody except for Roland was supposed to be left behind. And that's just bad planning for a final boss fight in general. It's like everybody should have been there. And all I'm really doing is just stealing things from Marcus, which I'm more than happy to do. For as much money as Marcus has taken off of me over the course of these games. But it would be kind of funny if it turned out that there was a challenge to walk through this area and not collect anything at all. But it would probably be better to have a challenge where you open every single thing in Marcus's munition storeroom. We really didn't level up.
What the? How the hell did you get back there? Oh, friggin' vault hunters. Son of a bitch. Rubbed me blind.
And then the door just shuts through me. Okay.
Are you okay? Did I get you to Sanctuary?
And there you have...
Wrong! This device Jack's using on me!
You have this live action actress now playing as the Firehawk character. Which is weird, certainly. But I guess it indicates something. I don't know what. Let's go ahead and sell so many things. Well, that's Jacob, so I wouldn't use that anyways. I don't think I'd ever use bandits because bandits are just neutral guns. You would think that the bandit style of guns would be the neutral gun that has slightly more attack damage, slightly more accuracy, slightly more fire rate, and every other kind of gun would get some kind of special ability, whether it's zooms or burst fires, but at the cost of the base stats of damage, accuracy, and fire rate, and reload speed and magazine size going down. But it doesn't really feel like it breaks down into that style of it just doesn't feel like it works that way. I'm gonna go ahead and sell some of these because I don't think that they're gonna be useful, and honestly I can just sell all of these melee damage. Sell that. I guess I'm happy with my shield as it is because I'm not seeing anything better.
Take your money. I got no work for you.
I keep hitting the wrong button. Nothing to buy there. I have like $50,000. You really are going to hit a point now where money just comes quickly and there's really not a lot to do with it. You just lose it when you die, or you
if you got the money, I'll save your goddamn life.
let's see. What is that compared to what's equipped? Yeah, I cannot get away from the refilling of health team ability, because that's proving itself to be way too useful. We can talk to the marshal.
My boots are made from the finest stock in this game.
And it seems like there's a quest to turn in. And I don't think, you'd think maybe like Mad Moxie would have something to say, but I don't think she does. I don't think any of them have anything to say. Roland's just been killed.
I don't have any work, but that doesn't mean you can't stay.
This has gone up in price. It was at 500 per spin before, and it's just gone up to 900. And I don't know if that really means anything different though, as far as the level of quality of items that you would get. We have a quest, a bad day in Lynchwood.
It's a giant skag. Oh God, what does it want? What the hell do you want?
So that's that skag that I fed and took, helped and healed. It's now grown into a giant skag.
It may be a load of crap, but hell if it isn't entertaining. Get your new issue of This Just In.
Let's hear this.
There's always money in the newsstand.
And now for the latest edition of This Just In with Hunter Hellquist.
We lost Kleptrap.
This is Hyperion Truth Broadcasting. Ladies and gentlemen, we have won.
He's back
With
here.
the death of Roland and the capture of Lilith, the resistance is no more. The remaining forces are all divided, confused, demoralized. Once and for all, Handsome Jack has proven his moral and intellectual superiority over the bandit hordes. This is Hunter Hellquist saying that Pandora is finally safe. Pandora is finally free.
Next time you're bleeding to death.
And so I imagine that that might be the last of
See you real
those.
soon, I'm sure.
And Dr. Zed walks around too much.
Sorry.
You really don't do anything with this guy.
What can I get for you?
So many of these characters came back from the first game and they don't play any role. Or enough of a role. Scooter's gonna give us a job, it looks like.
No jobs today, man.
Not Scooter. And since starting recording this, Telltale is in the process of probably going completely bankrupt, and who knows if their games will be available for how long. So the Tales from the Borderlands story comes into play, at least slightly, because that is in which, at a point there, spoiler for that story, Scooter dies. Which we know for the exact reason why Scooter is written out of as a character is because the voice actor who was voice acting him, or the person who worked at Gearbox, he may not have actually been a voice actor, he may have been like a programmer who just also voice acted Scooter, got very sick and just could not work at all anywhere anymore, like cancer or something like that. So it's a sad story. I think maybe it would have been smarter for them to have recast the voice of Scooter instead of killing off the character. If you're gonna kill off somebody, why not kill off Ned, Zed? Even killing off Angel seems like you're killing off the characters that made Borderlands fun, and you're keeping some pretty boring ones. We have a
This is dull.
standoff, Mexican standoff.
Probably stole it in the first place.
Gee,
Right.
Jim, you're awfully quick to start pointing fingers.
So
Come on, guys, we're friends. Let's calm
this is an
down.
interesting idea.
So dumb.
We have a Crimson Raider. We have Sam Matthews. Let's see what we can do. It's a Truxican standoff instead of a Mexican standoff.
Vault Hunter? Little help. Look, it's a long story.
No, it's a short story.
I write short stories.
We were supposed to divide the take 4 ways, but somebody up and nicked it before we could split it up.
Oh, those idiots still screaming at each other? Marshal Freeman here. If you want to do me a solid and shut those morons up so I can get back to my nap, know that only one of them will tell you the truth. The other three are liars. If you could figure out which one of them robbed the other and pop it in the head for me, that'd be awesome.
Okay, so we'll question Jim.
Look, given what we know about human consciousness, I can be certain of only one thing. I didn't steal the money. I know my own mind, and I know my mind didn't steal it. If I knew everyone else's minds, I might be able to help you a bit more, but sadly I can only speak for myself, and I'm doing that now. Speaking, to say that I didn't steal the money.
So, he's got like money and on his back. Let's see what this one says.
Look, between you and me, O'Cantler's the thief. When we were making out, he was all, yeah, baby, I'm gonna steal all that money. And I was like, no, don't do that. And he's like, oh, yeah, baby, I'm gonna. And I was like, that's so wrong.
So if she's lying, then he wouldn't be the thief. And if she's telling the truth, he is the thief. So that brings it down to that eliminates, I think, some things.
Sam stole the cash, without question. After she and O'Cantler were done celebrating our successful heist, I saw her stuff the loot down her pants.
Okay, so lying.
Sam's full of crap.
Lying. So if this guy is lying, then she would be telling the truth, and he stole the money. If this guy's telling the truth, then she would be lying, and then this one would be lying too, because only one of them tells the truth. So I kind of think it's O'Canter. But if this guy's lying, then he stole the money. If he's telling the truth, then the rest of them are lying. And if this guy's lying, then she would be telling the truth, and then two people would be telling the truth. So we've got this issue where she's telling the truth, he's lying that she's lying, but then he's lying. I'm not sure there's a solution here. I honestly don't know if there is. Let's see. And we can't hear what they say again. She says Sam took it. That would be a lie. She says he took it. That would be a lie. He says she's lying, which that gets back to that. So either she's telling the truth or she's lying. You know, I bet it's this guy just because his face is not showing. They don't want you to feel bad about shooting somebody in the face. And again, why do people care about getting killed if they respawn? Or do I just get respawned? Is there a limited number of people that can respawn, and is it limited to 4 at any point? And that's why Roland died. Liar, liar, liar. Liar. Telling the truth? Maybe? Liar. Liar. Let's just shoot this guy.
Guess Jim did steal the cash.
But we were friends. That's sad. But maybe we learned something.
Yeah, we learned that Jim stole the cash.
Let's turn this in. That was an unsatisfactory.
Of us. Take this.
That was an unsatisfactory quest. Where's this guy? Is he gonna jump off the edge? Like, for a game where you run around and shoot people, that's that's kind of boring. And then you have all of these specialized characters that I don't know if they show up in the pre-sequel or if they don't ever show up again, but somebody animated them. Yeah, that it's a different thing, certainly what we got there, a different style of gameplay, but I'm not 100% sure it's welcome in this game, where this really is more of a turn your brain off and run and gun quest. We still have a lot of instances of random people in this sanctuary area that don't really play any role. I'll buy that skin just to make sure I have it. There could have been other skins that were available for purchase, or maybe that's just how it happens right now. Here, some kind of radio.
I require nothing from you, other than that you please stay a safe distance away from me. I am known to fight.
Tannis was kind of friends with Roland, so she should be more upset about this, but maybe the news hasn't gotten out yet. That door was supposed to be closed, and we're seeing some glitches happening here. I'm not sure that there's too much more to this game, as far as the main story. Still haven't found those Cult of the Vault Hunter quests. Let's see, do I have anything here that I even want to store? No, not really. So 2 of the team are missing.
Sorry, no jobs.
And clearly there was a point in this where more of the game was going to be around talking to people and getting quests. That they really wanted to expand this into something like a World of Warcraft experience. And I'm guessing, what's the Nexus? I guess we haven't been there yet. I'm guessing that at a certain point broke down as an idea, and maybe that's why Borderlands 3 is taking so long. You can see that Hyperion controls most of this map, and how this map seems to look compared to the, let's see, the fast travel map, which you can't look at right now, is pretty different. Yeah, maybe Borderlands 3 is still built around this ambition of doing an MMO, even in modern days where MMOs don't succeed. Not even World of Warcraft really succeeds very much. It happens, there are new expansions certainly, but people don't get obsessed with it. I'm looking for Mordecai, and I guess he's walking around somewhere. Speak to Roland. Roland is dead. Long leg for Roland. Turn into Mordecai.
Roland. Son of a bitch.
Now you get 571 experience, which is incredibly small, and $151. I'm not sure if maybe some of the rewards on these quests are actually also custom calculated to make sure I don't get too high.
Even without Jack,
I think
is still a threat.
At like level 32 or 35, you kind of hit a max level in your first gameplay.
Vault Hunter?
Maybe not.
All we got left. Jack killed Roland, he killed Bloodwing, but he is not gonna kill Lilith. Jack still needs time to charge the vault key. You just need to find out where this warrior is buried. There's only one place on Pandora that'll have that kind of info. The Hyperion Info Stockade. Get there.
So, we have a new quest.
Need your help.
Roland's friends need to know what happened to him.
People of Pandora, my daughter is dead. Murdered by the Vault Hunter. So I've decided I'm rescinding the bounty on the Vault Hunter. If you should kill that child-murdering son of a bitch before I do, I will find you, and you will regret denying me my vengeance.
Okay.
The folks in Sanctuary don't know about Roland. Almost none of them would still be alive if it weren't for him, so you might want to let him know.
Interesting choice. Can't do anything with that. So there's quests.
Sorry about
galore.
Bloodwing, Morty.
I appreciate you saying that.
If it makes you feel any better. Jack killed my dog a lot slower than he did Bloodwing.
I appreciate that a little bit less.
So we gotta talk to everybody.
Hey, Slab.
And get serious again.
Got something for you.
Time to wipe the Sawtooth Bandits off the map. That's an optional quest.
I don't just want to steal the Sawtooth's bombs, Slab. I want to steal their pride. You fly our Slab flags over their camps in Sawtooth Cauldron, and we'll show Mortar's men who the real badasses are.
I have no idea who Sawtooth Cauldron.
Hey, Slab. Still working on that job?
Let's see. Let's see. The Sanctuary quest is talking to all the secondary characters. Not even including Tannis.
My research is going swimmingly, psychosis notwithstanding. Your help is not required.
I find it very odd this hasn't opened up yet. I thought this opened up a lot earlier. I feel it's weird that there's like a specific spot where you can get some kind of weird radio transmission. Right.
My chest feels like it's gonna collapse.
So we gotta talk to Zed, which it seems like I'm not gonna talk to Claptrap. He's got a quest for us too. So they didn't do a lot of this in this game, but they're giving you a quest to talk to people, and as you talk to them, also you're going to get some other side quests to make this game a little bit longer, which I'm not sure it really needs these side quests at this point. Like, probably should have been a lot earlier in the game that you got some of these side quests, because now we are just that snowball rolling down a hill to wrap up the story, save the Firehawk. It's kind of ridiculous that we're gonna take all these side missions and just delay saving the Firehawk and finishing the game.
Roland's dead? Oh God. I remember the first time we met. I healed him up after he killed some of Nine Toes' men. He seemed nice enough, quiet, but damn, I'm sorry. He deserved better.
Like, why do we need this seriousness? I really have to question it.
Hey, I got
Just
a
bad
perfectly
writing.
legal and not shady job for you.
And see, this is whiplash writing because they're giving you these side missions that
You
are
know
just
what's
going to be
great about you?
funny.
You don't ask questions. If you could get me a few creature parts and never ask why, ever, that'd be awesome.
And so that's another quest. And we'll just continuously switch back to this main sanctuary quest until it's completely done. Like, they're all gonna be sad and they're not really gonna say or add anything more to it. This could have just been an announcement over the broadcast.
I tell you, man, I'll never forget that time Roland and all them jumped over Pisswash Gully. Them's good times. Hell, man, now I'm sad. Is this what sad feels like? You kill the crap out of Jack. You hear?
So, yeah, even Scooter, who's supposed to be the comedic fun one, is just being a downer because of Roland. Let's see. And then there are definitely some secondary characters like Claptrap and Hunter Helmquist or Hemlock or whatever his name is, which we haven't done any kind of mission for him in a long time. His missions could have easily been part of some DLC. I don't think Moxie, like this Hammerlock.
What a shame about that Roland lad. Never met him, but he sounded quite kind.
Yeah. I don't think Moxie ever married Roland. She may have dated him. She seems to have dated everybody.
Jack killed Roland? Son of a bitch. He helped me take care of Mr. Shank, and unlike, well, damn near everyone around here, he always behaved like a gentleman. I don't know what to say. Damn it, am I crying?
And so they're saying that Roland did the things that we did as the player in the first game, which I wasn't playing as Roland, but whatever. This probably would have been, if you just wanted to remind people what happened in the first game, you could have done it much, much earlier in the game. You could have had Roland die, not at the very beginning, but pretty quick, and then you could do the reminder that way. Or, you know, the best thing they could have done is just not invented 4 to 6 new characters to play as in the second game, and instead just have us play as the main characters from the first game, which would have made way too much sense.
Roland's dead.
All of them do the exact same
didn't see eye
animation
to eye most
model.
of the time.
They just put
He
their
never
head
liked
down.
How I sold guns to the bandits. But I would have died in New Haven if it weren't for him. He was a good man.
Now we have to
Get
talk to
over
him.
here. I got work.
And now we get a different quest.
I was making change for some idiot named Kai a few weeks back, and gave him a 10 instead of a 1. I need you to track him down and get the $9 he owes me. He was mumbling into an echo device when he came in. Maybe you can track him by finding his transmissions.
So, is this a sanctuary quest? No. So we'll deal with that later. I have a feeling that there's probably not a chapter 18. Like we are in, let's see. Let's go ahead and redeem this. Shield recharge rate, why not? Still have not gotten enough levels to use this final ability. You're barely gonna get to use it at all before the game is over. How do you even know what chapter you're in? You'd have to find a story mission. No, it doesn't even say it there, so yeah. I think we're in chapter 16. And I doubt that there's much more. So maybe that radio transmission that I'm hearing relates to something else.
Had Roland not forced me to relocate to Sanctuary, I would not be alive today. I am unpleasantly surprised to find that I am sorry that Roland is dead.
Okay. And then we go talk to Brick.
Mordecai told me what happened to Roland. So here's what we do. We bury Roland, we save this planet, and we kill Jack. His associates, his friends, his family, everyone he's ever met. We skin them with their own goddamn teeth. I'm sorry. We went our separate ways a few years back, but Roland was my friend, and nobody hurts my friends.
Sorry to bum you out like that, but somebody needed to tell him. I've transmitted the code to Roland's armory to your Echo device. If anyone deserves what's in there, it ought to be the badass who's gonna avenge him.
So now we can finally open Roland's armory. And I seriously doubt that there's gonna be anything big in here. We pick up one, we get $11, we pick up another, we get $9, we pick up this, we get $8. So unless this is gonna guarantee me some legendaries, like that's worth 500, that's worth 1,000. Well, see if we need any bullets. We don't. That's worth 500. There's just some grenade mods here and nothing else. Like really worthless collection of stuff, just probably because I've used the golden keys, and this is never going to refill, or at least not until I leave the area and come back, and then maybe it would be refilled and give you some slight bump in money. And I need to now turn in the quest. Get a little bit more experience.
Don't let this all be for nothing, amigo. Find Jack. Kill Jack.
So yeah, we can kind of quickly look at everything we've got and just mark it all off as sellable items, and we don't even have that much.
Lock and load.
Here we have a 2-door double barrel shotgun. No. This gun might be slightly better than what I had if it weren't for the fact that my super fast
Don't get killed.
my super fast sniper rifle actually does quite a nice job with its caustic poison. Guess we could come over here and just double check that there's no new items. I don't think there are any new items. But you can also tell I've only unlocked 46 of 95 skins, and I've only unlocked 8 of 26 heads. So there definitely are some skins that either come by doing quests or unlock when you're at a higher level. Money-wise, we have 44,000, which means I do need to do some gambling. Maybe if I get really, really lucky, I'll get up to 50 iridium and be able to upgrade something else. Quest-wise, really don't care about quests. We still have Fink's Slaughterhouse, which is at rank 25, where everything else is at rank 29. You probably, now that they're being labeled as trivial, this is probably the point to go and do them, because I don't think that there's anything that's going to be lower than trivial. Of course, we have a level 30 that would be tough. Apparently, being 4 levels above anything is the point where things become trivial. You can see all of these quests that I've done before are now labeled as trivial, so there's no quest, there's no difficulty level below trivial. So yeah, this would be the point to either decide, am I going to do this, or am I going to just skip it? After that point, we don't know where Sawtooth Cauldron is. We do know where the dust is. There is this Hyperion Corporation Highlands job that I need to go find and do also. Like, this is a job I've just kind of missed. The one job I don't want to do is Iridium Blight, which is, I believe, the second to last area, if you include the last area being a boss fight area. We could also go to Lynchwood, either by fast travel or by going from the dust. It's probably a lot smarter to do the Monster Mash Part 1 quest and then do several of these other quests and then come back. It'd be a shame if it turns out that the fact that I've taken so long to do these arena quests that somehow has left me off an opportunity to do maybe a second round of arena quest, but also I really wouldn't want to do a second round of arena quest. We're wrapping up, but we're kind of not wrapping up the game. It's still going to be, I would say, at least several hours until the main story is done. And then I really am going to have to decide, do I want to do the DLC, or do I want to just take a good 6 months break from Borderlands and come back and do the DLC later. Or very possibly never come back to it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, you can support me via Patreon, or you can gift me a game via Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.